Alright, today we're going to be installing some new shocks on this 2005 Nissan Altima. The suspension in the back is it's got about 70,000 miles and it's getting pretty worn out. It's kind of sagging a little bit. When you load people in the back, this thing just tucks in the tire and it's not really holding the weight like it's supposed to. So what we're going to do is lift the car up, take off the wheels, remove the shocks, put it in the new shock, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, you can see right here, we're going to be taking this one out. It's got the old Sensatrack shocks, they're all worn out. So we're going to take this bolt out, this bolt out. You got two 12 millimeters, 17 millimeter here, and then the shock itself has another 17 millimeter in the top. So once it comes out, we can take that one out. I've seen people take this bolt out and drop this. I don't think there's a need for that, so I'm gonna bypass that. Let's work, and we're gonna do this as quick as possible. All right, so let's go ahead and get the 17 millimeter. We're gonna take this bolt out. There it is. Alright, two 12 millimeters on the top. They might be really tight. Let's see if I can get it out with the drill. Alright, there goes the bolt. And there goes the other one. Let's go ahead and try to keep everything together so we don't lose things. Okay, now you got the bolts out. Go ahead and give it a little tap. I'll slide out. Now it's time to take this apart. We're going to take the little cap off, and we're going to take this screw out. This is another 17, and then slide out the washer. A little rubber piece here, then the cap, another rubber piece, and there's like a little sleeve inside, and then this comes out, and we transfer everything to the new one. Alright, as you can see, we got the two shocks side by side. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cut this. Just get some scissors, take it off. Yeah, set this aside for now. Now we're going to go ahead and remove this. We're going to be using a 17, just like that, 17 millimeter wrench. We want to go ahead and keep this from moving, so we're going to put some vice grips on here. Alright, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and loosen this up. It's a little tight, so what I'm going to do, is go ahead and take this out, put the 17 on here, and loosen it up, just like that. Okay, just break it loose. Okay, turn it back up, and go ahead and unscrew it. Should come out easy. There we go. right, here we have it in order. That, then that. This one comes off, and then the cap. And we got this, that, and finally we have the rubber sleeve here. So those are your pieces you're going to be reinstalling on the new one on order. All right, let's get this one out of here and put it in the new one. So we're going to slide in this first. Just like that. Okay, and we're going to slide in this one here. And this, we're going to be replacing these. This one, and this one, and this one. It's all going to get replaced. We have some brand new ones that came with the shock, so we're going to use those instead. It's a little baggy. Okay. So here's a little sleeve. We're going to stick this in here. Remove this. That's gone. Now it's going to go in here. Put this cap on. We slide on just like that, and put the cap. Okay, next we have this is going to replace this, and you can see this is on the bottom. So you can see this here. It has the same style, so we're going to stick this in there, and then we're going to replace this cap. It doesn't really look worn out, but replace it anyway. And then last we have this one, but we're not going to use that. We're going to be using the new one. Now this is a different size. This one was a 17, so now we're going to use a 14 on this one. So let's go ahead and put this in. Screw it in by hand as much as you can. That's it. Now we're going to get a 14 ratcheting wrench. Tightening it a little bit. You see this is moving now. Okay, let's put the vice grips back on there. Okay. That's it. Alright, we've got a complete shock. Now let's go put it back in. Okay, now you got to remember the bolt went in this way like that, so we need this to be facing that way towards the vehicle. Okay. Push this up just slightly. Okay, just like that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stick the screw back in there. Now there might be a little issue here where the bolt won't go back in because it's not lined up correctly. Now if you look here, the hole here where the screw is pretty large, so that way there's some movement, some play that can go in there. So we'll go ahead and try to push it down a little bit. Okay, right there. Okay, we'll slide it up a little bit more. We went too far. Okay, so alright, so a little issue here. Now we got this in, so you notice that this doesn't really line up perfectly, it's slightly angled. So what I'm going to do is just put the screw in there, and what we're going to do is from here we're going to jack it up a little bit, put the jack on there and start lifting it just slightly so it kind of corrects itself just a little bit. Alright, we should have a little bit more play right there. Okay, let's try that. Alright, sorry if you're wearing headphones. Okay, last piece. We're going to be putting in the back the 12mm screws. The nuts here on the screw. And we're going to drill them back in. And that's it. We're done. Now to put the wheel back in. Go ahead and lower this back down. Alright, don't do what I did. I forgot about this rubber cap. I'm not going to take it off again. This is probably the last set of shocks I'm going to be putting on this vehicle. So I don't really think it's going to miss this. It doesn't really do anything, just keep the dust out. So it's okay. Just don't forget it if you do the same thing. Don't forget yours. Alright, 80 foot-pounds. Let's give it a test. Oh, much better. All right. Okay, that was actually pretty easy. Took like about an hour from start to finish. Maybe actually less than an hour. Yeah, it took about 45 minutes. It's really easy to do. No special tools needed if you don't have any, but it's pretty simple. You could do it yourself. If you got any questions, feel free to message me. I hope you like the tutorial. It's easy for any beginner, and you can do it yourself. All right. Hope you like the tutorial. If you have any questions, go ahead and message me. I'll answer the questions as soon as I can, and don't forget to subscribe. Catch you next time. Take care.